Yo, sound check, sound check. Y'all let me know if you guys are hearing air thing. Make sure I got good sound going. This isn't going to be a super long live stream. I have to be somewhere at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but the place is just 10 minutes away, so it's all gravy. This is my youngest, my little boy. He he's on my head today. He doesn't want to let me out of sight. So here I am with my boy. And let me tell you something about this kid right here. My oldest son, he's a sweet kid, right? He's a tough kid, and he's a hardworking kid. He likes to work with his hands, all that good stuff. But this kid right here, he's a problem. Let me tell you that right now. Look at his face. Look at that face, son. What's that face about, son? He has so much boy energy. It's ridiculous. Like, don't leave anything throwable around him. He'll throw it. He'll hit things. He just has so much. My oldest son is nothing like that, right? This dude right here, though, man, this little boy right here. Xander was good. I do have the baby. This dude right here, like, I'm surprised he's not reaching for stuff and grabbing and yanking. But I think he's fascinated by all the bells and whistles down here on the laptop screen. So, yeah, he had to join me today. I was coming into the garage, and he started hooping and hollering, and he wanted to come in here, and he started hitting on. He likes to come out here, kick, and hit the bag, and then just stare at me as I'm working out. And I think he thought I was coming here to work it out, but, it is what it is. But he'll be 2 in November, so he's a big kid. Oh, yeah, I'm putting him in the martial arts. As a matter of fact, my oldest son, we're going to be looking for a gym tomorrow. I went by and looked for another gym that said that they were open at a certain time. It was a martial arts gym, which is supposed to have. This particular gym is supposed to have boxing and Muay Thai, which is what I'm specifically looking for because I'm already trained in Muay Thai and boxing, and I wanted to get not necessarily to train on a regular basis with the gym. I just want somewhere I can go and spar with people. I just want to be able to go spar with people on the weekend and get my sparring time in because it's been a while since I sparred, so I want to go get my sparring time in with Muay Thai and boxing. So I'm trying to see if I can find a gym where, look, I don't have time to come 2-3 days a week to run through drills with y'all. I want to be able to come in on the weekends, maybe Saturday morning, and get some sparring sessions in just so I can stay sharp. Chelsea G was good. Yeah. So this is not going to be a long live. I just wanted to come out here and bring y'all abreast of what's going on in Taiwan. As you can see, and as you can see from the title, Taiwan citizens turn to gun training as fears of China invasion grows, right? This is from Friday, June 3rd, 2022. Of course, the news media, they're not going to talk about this a lot. I haven't heard many people talking about this, YouTube content creator, anybody. And I felt this was important to go over. Just like in Ukraine, they decided to start handing out weapons and training to the Ukrainian people. And that's cool and all. But how long has Russia been eyeing Ukraine? How long has Russia been looking into invading Ukraine? They invaded Georgia, right? And they invaded other parts of the Ukraine on the Far East. How long has it been happening? Why would you wait until 2 or 3 days before you're invaded to start. This is one reason the Second Amendment is so important. If you had to give a reason, or not the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms, this is one reason if you had to give one. Because the first reason is none of your business. I have the right, and it's none of your business what I choose to do with that right, or why I feel like I have that right, or why I need to own the weapons I own. But this is one reason you could point to, because while the United States, we don't have some big, superpower army waiting to bust in and screw with us, right? But I tell you what, if we didn't have more firearms than people among the people of the population, we would be a lot more easy to fuck with and invade. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so this is what you get when you don't arm your population and you wait until you feel like there's an imminent threat of an invasion. You turn to you start to give your citizens or your people, come get your firearms, come get ammunition, come do some training. It's too fucking late, right? Now in Ukraine, they did the same thing, this last minute bullshit. And because those people had firearms, Russia had a lot harder time. But guess what? If those people had those firearms a lot longer than that, and they were able to train and all that stuff and drill for years and years and years, then they would have been a lot more prepared to stave off a Russian invasion, right? And it could work because Russia is invading Ukraine for a reason. Not to carpet bomb it and completely demolish Ukraine. They want to keep as much of Ukraine intact as possible because they're invading it for a reason. They want the land to be in good work. They don't want everything. They don't want the entire infrastructure of the Ukraine to be leveled and destroyed. No, they want it to be as easy and less bloodshed as possible, right? They don't want to have to carpet bomb. He's sleepy. Hold on. They don't want to have to carpet bomb and level the city. Or level the whole country. Same with Taiwan. They don't want to level Taiwan. Taiwan, that's where all the semiconductors are. That's where they create all the microchips. They want to keep the infrastructure intact. So, you need to arm your people. Your people need to be empowered. You understand what I'm saying? You can't just rely on the military to do anything, or the cops. The entire everybody needs to be empowered against something like this, right? Where, in this article it talks about from tour guides to tattoo artists, some in Taiwan are taking shooting lessons for the first time in their lives as Russia's invasion of Ukraine ratchets up anxiety at the prospect of a giant neighbor, China, making similar move on the Democratic Island. Democratic Island. Fuck out of here with that. Hold on, y'all. Turn this fan. Oh, this fan. Oh, that's much better. Sorry. China's growing military pressure on the island, it claims as its own, combined with the conflict in Ukraine, has spurred debate about how to boost defenses in Taiwan, which is weighing whether to extend compulsory military service. So now they want to turn to compulsory military service. What is that? This is a draft, right? This would be unnecessary if you allowed the people to be armed and empowered and to form militias, right? Militias that could defend their own communities and their own villages and their own provinces within Taiwan. You wouldn't have to do a draft. Not for an invasion of your country, because everybody would have their marching orders. Everybody would know what to do in case of the invasion occurs. Everybody would everything would be in sync. The civilian population, they could work with the military. I'm talking about the civilian militia, because there's no such thing as a government militia. Let's get that straight right now. There's no such thing as a government militia. The government can't form militias. They can ask the civilians, look, you guys should form a militia just to help with against the invasion, right? But at no point in time should that government have any control over that militia. Marcy says a militia is generally army or some other fighting organization of non-professional soldiers, citizens of a country, or subjects of a state who may perform military service due to the time. Yeah. So that's the point of the militia. So when you have clowns like the clown She Lucas talking about the militia lends itself to being regulated, not regulated by the government. Understand that. If that militia is training and drilling and preparing, and they're not doing anything criminal, not illegal, criminal, against any other group or any other person or anything like that, if they're not going around terrorizing their community or trying to dictate over their community, and they're there for the express purpose of protecting and defending that community, then the government there's no need for government regulation. So if it lends itself to regulation, it lends itself to regulation by the people that are part of that military or militia and who that militia serves. Understand that. More and more people are coming to take part, said Max Chang, chief executive of Polar Light, which is based in a suburb of the capital, Taipei. And as you can see, the people are in line. They're getting ready for training. They're running through scenarios and drills, which this is good shit. But this is something that needs to happen not 24/7, but year-round, whether there's an impending invasion or not. This needs to be going on. The people need to be getting together, because guess what? It is a dangerous word out there. Look at him. He's asleep. He's knocked out. It is a dangerous word out there, and there are imminent threats, whether you know they're imminent or not, and you should not be waiting for an invasion of a powerful military to do this. Good on them for doing it now, but it ain't good enough. It ain't good enough. And this is why it's important for the people of the United States to stay armed, to not have their right to keep and bear arms infringed. Get rid of the NFA, right? The National Firearm Act. Get rid of that. Abolish all gun control laws. Allow people to purchase whatever weapon they want to purchase, and hold and carry whatever weapon they want to hold and carry. If they want Gatling guns, let them have Gatling guns. If they want cannons and AT-4s, if they want dragons and tow missiles and all that other shit, as long as they're responsible with those weapons and acting in righteousness and morality, then it's none of your business if they have it. You should be very comfortable. You should feel safe and comfortable if a few people on your block have turrets with machine guns in it, and you know that they're keeping watch, right? You know that there is a militia that, with the support of the people, are able to operate and function fully. And you wouldn't even need police officers. Get rid of the police officers. Let militias stand in their place, who are employed and supported by the people and oversaw by the people, not by politicians, not by executives. No. And people will feel much safer knowing that the people in that militia are there to serve you and protect you against any enemy, foreign and domestic. And that includes drug dealers, not drug dealers, violent criminals that try to run rampant through the community and steal and rob. No. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to say those are the individuals who would wind up in the militia and instead of turning to a life of crime, They could be part of the militia and feel like they're doing something, feel like they're part of something. If you want to end gang violence, this is just something that I believe. You get rid of the police, you form private militias in those communities, and you allow people within the community that feel like they don't have direction, feel like they don't have family, feel like they're angry and they need to, you know what I'm saying? Allow them to join the militia, allow them to go to ranges, allow them to train in hand-to-hand combat and spar. Let them get that aggression out in the training. Let them get that aggression out in purpose, knowing that they are keeping the community safe. Because that's essentially what gangs are, right? They're just misguided. Gangs are misguided militias. They form together in groups, and they bear arms, regardless of what the laws are. They bear arms, and the only thing they don't do that the militia does is protect the community. Instead, they're seen as terrorizing the community because they're the gang on gang violence and the stray bullets hitting children and all this other shit. If we need to turn that anger, we need to direct it and guide it, right? Instead of having rival gangs, you just have a different faction of the same militia. And you guys can come together and you have war games. That's how you get it cracking. Have war games, you know what I'm saying? Come up, drill with blanks and blank adapters. If y'all don't know what that is, a blank adapter is something that you use. So let's say it's like laser tag with real weapons, right? It's laser tag. You use blanks and you have a blank adapter on the muzzle of your firearm, and then the people, and then you also wear some type of gig where you have a laser detector, right? So once you fire those blanks, the energy from the gas from that blank activates the laser in the blank adapter, and then it shoots it at the target of the thing. And so you can do that. Like, imagine how cool that would be, right? Imagine that. Imagine if instead of gangs we have militias, because that's something that we pushed on the community. Look, let's do it this way. But no, we want to demonize firearms. We want to act like, oh, people having firearms that's just the most dangerous thing in the world. No. Marcy says the action of manipulating something in a skillful manner. The format follows fast picture manipulation. The action of manipulating people in a clever or unscrupulous way. There was no deliberate manipulating of visual emotions. Marcy says we are the parent of the government and they need a spanking. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty. He's right. He's right. Marcy says, a militia is generally an army or some other fighting organization. Oh, you already read that. If you guys please hit that like button when y'all come up in here. You know how they do. You know how they do me. My channel is going through stagnation. But arm the populace. Encourage militia to form. You don't have to wait until there's an imminent threat to form militias. No, you form them immediately, and then you train and drill, you train and drill, you train and drill, and you train and drill. And guess what? These cartels, all these violent gangs, the mafias and all them, you think they would hesitate? You think they would fuck with you that much? No. If there were militias, if there were militias and militias did what they're supposed to do, and you got rid of the police, you wouldn't have the Italian mafia shaking down and extorting businesses, because the militia members would be there to protect that business without having to extort. And maybe those Italian mafia members would be part of the militias. They wouldn't have to extort businesses. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine if we did with a militia what we were meant to do with militias, instead of the fucking police. That's when we took a bad turn. When we allowed politicians, when we allowed government bureaucrats to control police departments and give them their marching orders. It would be a much better, a much better situation. Or if we had private security forces or private militias where, you can't just do what you want to the people, because guess what? You are answering to the people. You answer to the people instead of answering to politicians, we wouldn't be in a position we're in right now. Right? We wouldn't have these mass situations. We wouldn't, because the schools would be protected by militia groups. And no one would, listen, it would be a hell of a deterrent. Not man-made laws against carrying a firearm at a school. That doesn't stop shit. But the clown shoe Lucas will make you believe it is. Matter of fact, let's see what he's talking about. So, look, good thing they're doing in Taiwan. Look what they're doing. Look, you hear the scenario of an injured militia member, and they're covering these two while he pulls them out. This is great. This is great. There was an urgent need to learn about defensive weapons after the war in Ukraine. An urgent need. It wouldn't be such an urgent need if these people were already armed. And if you arm everyone decades and decades before an invasion is supposed to occur, you can start getting more weapons. You can build more weapons. And then you'll have enough weapons and ammunition for damn near everybody in the country. Right? The Ukraine-Russia war has made a threat from across the Strait Real. He said, Strait Real, sorry. Clad in bullet belt goggles, referring to the waterway between China and Taiwan. It made us think how we should properly prepare ourselves if it happens in Taiwan. Come on, man. It shouldn't take this for us to get permission from our government to allow us to carry weapons to defend ourselves. That's complete retardation. Let me see. Look at this guy. I mean, I'm glad he broke it up, because I really cannot stomach listening to this dude spit bullshit for too long. So I'm glad he broke it up. And this is something I wanted to talk about yesterday, but time was running short, and he was just running his mouth too much, and I was running my mouth too much in response to every little stupid thing he said. Because every damn near every sentence that came out of his mouth was stupid, and so I felt the need to address it. But let's see.
Genuinely curious. What if the government oppresses and is tyrannical? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Oh, I'm so glad you asked. What the did y'all do during COVID?
I went over this yesterday.
Were the same people talking about this?
I went over this yesterday. What did we do during COVID? A lot of these people, the only people that really laid down and complied or even pushed these lockdown mandates were liberal cities and liberal states, right? Every other state essentially, they half-assed did it, or they put out some guideline and people didn't enforce it, or the people complied or didn't. It just wasn't that serious, right? I mean, they were pushing tyranny, but they've been pushing tyranny, and we've gotten so used to tyranny, we don't know how to respond to it sometimes. So that's why, Lucas.
It's tyrannical, right?
Shut up.
What? I'm gonna explain what they did during COVID. It was tyranny, Lucas.
Shut up.
Couldn't even fight the city. Hey, shall not be infringed, Lucas. All right, I need my guns to fight the state, the government. Y'all didn't do not a goddamn thing. Please shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas were being locked up. Had you shutting down your...
Understand, he's talking about himself. He didn't do shit. He stayed locked down. And the businesses that he's talking about got shut down, that actually just lay down and let their shit get shut down, were in cities and states like where he lives. These liberals, Democrats, people like Lucas, they love the government. They love government overreach. They love government tyranny, and they'll lay down for it. Lucas is more than happy to bend over, spread his cheeks, and allow the government to ram 8 inches up his ass with no lubrication. So he's projecting that onto the right, where he doesn't know how the right lives. He doesn't know how the people on the right lives. He's stuck in this fucking LA bubble. He has no interest in trying to understand what the good old boys, how they responded, how they reacted, what they did. All these protests, showing up to the capital of certain states with weapons. In Virginia, with tens of thousands of people with armed, because Governor Northam was trying to push tyrannical shit. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Governor Northam was trying to use the pandemic to push tyranny, to reintroduce gun control bills that would strip people of their rights. And what happened? People showed up. People went to Virginia from all over the country to say, oh, no, hell no. And guess what? It stopped. It stopped most of those bans. I think some stupid shit went through, but it expired and then Northam's out of there. But he doesn't know what he's talking about, because in LA, people just comply because they're fucking soft. I'm sorry to say it. LA motherfuckers are soft. I'm talking about the squares, like ABL, the clown shoe Lucas. Fucking soft. So because he's soft, and because the people around him are soft, and because the people in his state and city are soft, I'm from LA, and I was still working. I was still getting my money up to a certain point, and everybody was laying down and taking it. I was still going out. I was still exercising. Everybody was wearing face flags around me. I wasn't wearing no face flag. We had a face flag order outside, and you would get fined. Right? They actually was an executive order from Garcetti. You said, if you're outside without a face flag, and Governor Nuisance, if you're outside without a face flag, you're getting a fine. I was outside every day without a fucking face flag on. I would go in the store without a face flag on until they bitched at me about it, and then I'd put it over my fucking lips. But everybody else was complying. There were a few people that didn't comply. There were a few people outside without face flags on. But the clown shoe Lucas, because he's soft, and because everybody else around him is soft, he feels like that's what happened in the entire country. He, like I said, he don't know jack shit.
Your business talking about a mask is tyranny. Y'all were wearing masks to get on the airplane.
How many businesses stayed open despite the shutdown order, and were hit with hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines? How many businesses did that happen to? Outside of California, people were resisting. They didn't go around shooting and killing people. They didn't pick up their guns and they didn't do that. It's civil disobedience. It doesn't always have to be whenever there's tyranny, we got to kill people. That's not how it works. Civil disobedience. A show of potential force, like when they went to Virginia, like when they went to Michigan, right? They went to the Capitol in Michigan, armed, because old girl, the mayor, the governor, was trying to pull some bullshit. They did the same thing in Virginia, and they did the same thing in other states. Armed. But he's not going to talk about that because he wants to keep his LA bubble going.
And were you? Were you not? Were you not? I didn't see anyone shoot up in an airport, did you? I didn't hear anyone shoot up at an airport. Did you hear anyone use?
Why would we shoot up an airport? So in order for us, this is what I'm trying to gather from what he's saying. In order for us to keep our right to keep and bear arms, we have to shoot up airports whenever we feel like there's tyranny. We have to shoot up. We have to shoot shit to keep our rights. What is he trying to say here?
Use your guns to defend themselves from COVID and all the restrictions that happened during COVID? No, please shut the fuck up. Y'all didn't do not a goddamn goddamn thing.
That's a lie.
So please stop it with this.
That's a lie that they didn't do any goddamn thing. People were doing shit all over the fucking country, you idiot. All over the country. People were doing shit. Just because your monkey ass didn't do nothing, just because your monkey ass was willing to comply and lay down and take 8 inches up your ass without no lube, don't mean everybody else was. Matter of fact, we had a soldier in California step out into because they tried to lock down the beaches. He took his ass out into the water and sat and stood there for hours. What, was he supposed to shoot the water? Was he supposed to go out there and shoot oh, look at me, I have my Second Amendment rights, you tyrant. Oh, and shoot up some fish? Shoot up some fucking beach cops? Was that how it was supposed to happen? It doesn't always work like that. It doesn't always work like that. Just because people weren't taking their firearms to go shoot up some tyrants during Modelo 19 lockdown does not mean that we don't deserve our right to keep our arms. So you shut the fuck up, punk. Bitch ass.
Oh, if they do that, I'm going to use my guns. You're not going to do a thing.
Shut
Y'all
up.
niggas would be lost. Please stop it.
This is where it gets
R-15. But with the up. Half of you niggas look like this fighting our civilians. Are you guys stupid? Half of you niggas would fucking and think it's gonna happen. That the government's gonna be like, all right, we're fighting our civilians. That's what we're gonna do. We're fighting our civilians. Are you guys stupid? Half of you niggas would fucking squeal if they turn off your internet. Please.
Who is he talking about? He's talking about himself. He would squeal if they turned off his internet. You know why? He doesn't prep. He wouldn't know what to do without his fucking internet. He's projecting, y'all. There are people that he's saying looks like this. He's saying that, you know, he's talking about the Republicans, right? He's talking about white Republicans. That's who he's talking about when he's talking about this. He's talking about fat, lazy, slovenly looking, plump Republicans. This is what he thinks. He thinks that y'all look like this, and that if the government turned off your internet, you would die, and you would just lay down and
shut the fuck up. Half of you niggas look like this as is. Who the fuck you gonna fight? Y'all niggas look like this, but with an AK-47, but with an AR-15, but with a 9mm, a Glock. They over my dead body. What do you mean over your dead body? They turn off your internet, nigga. You turn in your guns. Y'all niggas would be lost. Please stop.
Again, he's talking about himself. He's talking about himself. He's talking about himself.
Stop it. Please stop it. Please stop with this tough talk because nobody's fucking buying it. They call you out in your student loans like, nigga, we need that payment today or you're getting locked up. What?
He's talking about himself with the student loan shit. And I will explain why after he's done with his dumb ass, stupid ass rant. What are we talking about?
Wait, what do you mean? What? We need that. We need the full payment. Well, I was just making payments. We don't do payments anymore. We need the full payment. Now, you can either pay the full payment or, nigga, you can give us your gun. Okay. It's 2022. A lot of you niggas have been conditioned and domesticated. The only people who...
He's domesticated. He's talking about himself. This is why he's complying. This is why he's calling for gun control. He don't want the smoke. He don't want the smoke, so he's projecting his cowardice onto white Republicans.
Who the government would fear would be the veterans. And they're not fucking taking away their guns. Please stop with this goofy talk. Well, look.
What are you talking about? They'll go after the veterans first. What are you talking about? That's why Obama put that bullshit put that bullshit executive order in there where if a soldier is asking for financial literacy assistance, then he can't have a firearm because he doesn't. What? What are you talking about? They were trying to restrict veterans who are on Social Security from getting firearms. Excuse me. Trump came in and removed that shit. But what are you talking about? They would go after the veterans' weapons first. And why not? Why veterans? Do you understand that most of the country's veterans are Republicans, white Republicans, that live in areas like where I am living now, that are from the South, country boys.
Because it's defend. If they were ever to be tyrannical, we would have to pick up arms to defend. You're not gonna do not a goddamn thing, nigga. Stop.
No, he's not gonna do a goddamn thing. He's not gonna do a goddamn thing. He doesn't want you to go do a goddamn thing because he wants to be comfortable in his fucking apartment with his C9000 chick and playing video games for 20 hours and then playing and then. He wants to continue to do his 4-hour video game live streams, and then his 11 to 20 hour Peep Game Tuesday and Disagreement Day lives, where he spends 20 hours a day doing live streams, including video games and Peep Game bullshit, and he's trying to be the new Kevin Samuels and. Disagreement days, and how much time does that leave him to sleep and get chicks? He swears up and down he can bag chicks just like that, but he's doing live streams damn near the whole day. Where does a female fit in there? The C9000. He doesn't need to go out and get chicks because he has a prototype of the C9000 he's not telling anybody about. But he's talking about himself. You understand?
They remove your Netflix, nigga. You gonna be okay, all right, you win. Okay, all right, just turn back my Disney Plus on. Please turn back my
Disney Plus? No, that's him. He's talking about himself. He wants to be able to watch Moon Knight and watch Obi-Wan Kenobi without interruption. He's talking about himself. He's not talking about the white Republican farmer or the white Republican rancher or the white Republican hunter, fisherman, butcher, meat processor, chicken farm owner who probably they ain't got no fucking time to be on the internet watching Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're up at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning feeding their animals, taking care of the animals, taking care of their land, going out and hunting, doing whatever they got to do. They don't concern about no fucking internet. Do you know, I was doing I was supervising solar installations all over South Carolina, all over North Carolina. I'm going to tell you, 8 out of 10 of these motherfuckers did not have internet. They did not have Wi-Fi. So we had to put cell modems in their systems. They don't know what an Obi-Wan Kenobi, they don't know what Disney Plus is. This dude is talking about himself.
My Disney Plus. Oh, please, okay, just take my 9mm. Let me have one.
Let me see what y'all talking about real quick, man. What an idiot. What an idiot. Nicolette Moore's in the building. Spudley Potato says this goober's inherent trait is to project. In this case, if Tech and Big Gov started pressing him, he'd bend over and take it up. Yeah, exactly. He's defending Disney. That was, again, against the Don't Say Gay bill. Yeah. He's projecting right here, y'all. Yeah, there are fat people in every race, right? Now, it's easy for him to say, yo, the white Republicans, they look like pigs because this pig is pink or whatever. I'm not playing that game, right? Race is irrelevant to this at this point because everybody is having their rights encroached upon, right? Now, look, Jimmy Nunez said, by the way, attempt mocking voice Lucas is using sound like government sibling in and out of dildo. Yeah, y'all funny. Jaden Miller said all Lucas is trying to do now is become a professional shit talker. I mean, that's all he's ever been. But he's a punk. He don't really want to smoke with these hands. He don't want to smoke with the hands or with a real debate because he'll get his ass ate alive. Pause. Dark Nebula was good. Blast Spring with Autumn was good with you. Spelly Potato says hard times create Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Real shit. And he is a weak man who is going to create hard times because his bitch ass does not want to resist in any form or fashion, and he wants to lay down and comply so that he can watch Obi-Wan Kenobi on his Disney Plus and do 8-hour video game lives and 11-hour Disagreement Day lives and fuck around with his C9000 female, and that's all he wants to do. He don't want y'all fucking his shit up. That's why he's mad. That's why he really mad.
Can I have one? Okay, thank you. Please shut up with this goofy talk. Where I hear these LARPers constantly talking about over my dead body. You can't even walk up a flight of stairs. Nigga, what war are you capable of? Make that make sense. What war are you capable of having? Huh? Bruh, this is what they look like. Over my dead body, alright? You're not gonna get my gun, okay? Over my dead body. Sir,
Can they look like this? Yeah. There's an obesity problem in this country, period. Thanks to Big Pharma, thanks to the food industry, right? Allowing crap food to be flooded into the market. Yeah. Do a lot of them look like this? But a lot of them don't. A lot of them are fit. A lot of them train in the MMA. A lot of them be out in the woods beating each other's asses, running around, playing games and playing paintball, using simunition. They out there doing shooting competitions where they're running through the woods shooting that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Lucas is stuck in La La Land. Lucas is stuck in La La Land in California, where they don't do this type of shit, where they don't go out in the woods, where they don't know how to hunt, where they don't know how to gather. These cats out here in the South and in the Midwest and even in Northern California, Oregon, Utah, Iowa, everywhere, damn near everywhere but New York, California, New Jersey, parts of New Jersey, parts of Pennsylvania, that's the parts of Washington State. These are the only places where they don't have any concept of what people are capable of without internet. All he thinks it takes is to shut off your internet to get people to comply and give up their firearms. That's how stupid he is.
Beg your pardon? For starters, you sure as hell don't look well and regulated. I'm not going to be taking any veterans' guns. That's not going to happen. They're going to be looking at your dumbass who's constantly gotten all this tactical gear and goofy shit. They wouldn't harm a butterfly, and we all fucking know it. That's the only thing. The government knows it. The government knows y'all niggas ain't going to do shit. As they showed you when the lockdowns. Y'all, what were they screaming about? These are the same motherfuckers screaming about fucking tyranny on Twitter. Do you really think the government is scared of y'all censorship on Twitter?
Yeah, I do think the government is scared of them. That's why they're trying to take their firearms, you fucking idiot. That's why they're trying to take their firearms. Because the government's scared. You think that all of these motherfuckers look like this? You think they're all just, what do you think they're doing? What do you think they're doing? What do you think they're doing? And veterans get a pass? Only veterans can have their firearms? Is that what you're saying? Only veterans are worthy of having their rights to bear arms? I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran myself. And I would never say, well, only veterans should have the right to keep and bear arms to the fullest extent possible. I would never say that. I would never say that. Because I am capable of training civilians who've never served how to use their firearms, how to drill, how to perform fire drills and all that type of shit. How to clear houses, you know, how to maneuver through the woods and all that type of shit to advance on the enemy or set up ambushes or prepare to flank, support buff. I have the capability. Why would I just want it to be just veterans to be able to have this capability? It's stupid.
Okay, they suspended my account. I can't tweet. Do you think the government's afraid to go to war with you if that is the case? If that were to act?
Yes. The government is afraid
actually happen. Nobody
to go to war with their own people. Yes. They don't want that. That's why they want to take the firearms. That's why they tried to use the pandemic to strip the people of the right to keep bear arms. And that's why people showed up with their arms. And the government was like, okay, we can't pull this bullshit right now. But Lucas doesn't understand that type of shit because he has no concept of nuance. It's all about what Lucas thinks and what Lucas feels. And so he projects that, and because he's a fucking narcissist. Everything is about what Lucas would do.
It takes you guys seriously.
Lucas, can you walk up a flight of stairs? I don't know. You might look fit, but I don't think you do a lot of cardio.
Hell, we don't even take y'all seriously. That even when it came to January 6th, attack people with fucking flagpoles. And that's when you actually believe the election was stolen. That's when they actually, listen to me. That's when people actually believed. They actually believed the election was stolen, and we saw the reaction. Of all times that the Second Amendment would be enacted, right, would be to preserve this country.
He's talking about the stage show January 6th. He believes wholeheartedly that was real. He believes wholeheartedly that was real. And that's okay because, again, Lucas is an idiot. And so that's what you get.
The sovereignty of this country, of this Constitution. Y'all niggas have been...
Shut up.
Nigga, please. That's what they keep on talking about. I wish you would try and take them. Nigga, it's not going to be Nancy Pelosi taking them if they were to take them. It would be an officer. You going to shoot...
An officer that you feel... See, he feels like officers are not good, right? He has a problem with police officers. But this is what
you have a shootout with an officer? You want to tell me these niggas is ready to have a shootout with police? Huh? Who every single time a police officer shoots a black person, they say it's justified. Absolutely.
And this is, look, to try to project this image of this cat, he's trying to say that all y'all look like this. And so that's, you know what I mean? Black Spring Autumn says F around to find out. That's what I'm talking about. You can't make up the stairs. Says the guy who refused to show up to bang. Exactly. He wouldn't come to the stairs to fight me. That's why he's projecting, because he wouldn't show up to. Thank you, Jimmy Nguyen, for pointing that out. I called this fool out, I don't know how many times in 2021 after he threatened my kids. Everybody knew where I was at. Everybody knew I was at the Culver City Overlook. He knew I was there. He didn't show up, not one, not near, not a time, to get this work. And all I wanted to do was throw some gloves on and a mouthpiece and spar a little bit. I didn't want to go hard and go ham on him. I just wanted, like, look, show up and, you know, let your fist match your words, fool. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to bring his ass to some stairs and back up his talk. So why is he concerned about people like him going up the stairs? He won't go up no stairs. Jimmy News says, it's funny how he say we do nothing, but he always says conservative. Yeah, conservative, yeah, exactly. Spilly Potato, Dark Neighborhood says, nah, he's afraid of stairs. Yeah, he's definitely afraid of stairs. Studley Potato says his logic, they aren't afraid of you. That's why they're taking your weapon. Yeah. Black Spring Autumn says 6J going cold. Who's 6J? Black Spring Autumn. Lucas does steroids and probably do like 5 minutes workout. Yeah, he had a little short where he had his shirt off and he was, look at me. Oh, big ass shoulders, no chest. You know your chest exists as well, right? You know your chest needs work too. Not just your stupid ass shoulders after you had a pump. You know, I'm not hating on the dude's body or nothing like that, but I'm saying, you know, we're supposed to be impressed by his shoulders, but your chest ain't hitting on nothing. March 77 says, oh no, we still on the Idiot Lucas? Absolutely. I'm going to be on the Idiot Lucas until he fights me. And that's another point of this live stream. The guy kind of looks like Leo DiCaprio. You funny. Spelly Potato says, dude so dumb that in one live streams he docks what gym he goes to just to act hard to a caller. Oh, really? What gym was that? Well, I'm not in LA anymore, but I damn sure will pay that gym a visit. Jane Miller says, I get what Lucas is saying about the hypocrisy from the right when it comes to police, but there are a lot of conservatives that have finally changed them. Yeah, there are a lot of people that, Gen 6 has no code. That's why they're trying to revive it with this sensationalized TV spot that they're giving it. Oh, you got a clip? Oh. Yeah, please give me the clip. I'm not in LA anymore. I gave him and Mighty Mouse plenty of opportunity to come see about me, or Mighty Mouse supporters while I was in LA. But oh, really? Heavy Duty Country had enough BS with Arbitration. I gotta check that out because I had a little thing going with Heavy Duty Country, even though he never directly addressed me. My shit went viral, kind of viral, not really viral. I did something on Heavy Duty Country and it got me over 1,000 subscribers. But he came into my chat room under a different name and said it was him and all this other shit. He said he wanted to chop it up, and I hit him up. I hit his email, but he never hit me back. So I don't know if it was really him or not. Excuse me. Let me see. I'm gonna put my email in the chat right now. Jimmy Nunez says, 10 minutes reason why so many conservatives are bootlickers. Well, a lot of them have been bootlickers. They just were emboldened by Officer Tatum. So this brings me to something else I want to talk about. Not that this is going to get enough traction, right? But what do y'all think about me, going up against the Amazing Lucas in like a YouTuber boxing match, because I'm really not gonna be satisfied until I can catch a fade with this dude. And I feel like, well, maybe we could do like a YouTube boxing match where it's me against Lucas and maybe some other YouTubers who got beef. Now I know I'm too small; it's not gonna go anywhere. But hell, I think that'd be a dope idea. Burberry 86, common sense was good. Spuddy Potato, all right, I asked one of my guys, well, that's what's up, man. But, was that a good nap, son? Anyway. I would love to do that, man. I would love just to have a match, a boxing match against the Clown Shoe Lucas. You know what I'm saying? He can find somebody to train him. Because I know he hold on. What? Go ahead, man. I think that'd be dope, man. I just want to, he threatened my kids, and I don't take that shit lightly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sensitive or a snowflake, but you say that you know where I do my live streams, and you'll come up there and attack my children and make my children attack me. I got a problem with you, and yeah, we need to see each other with these hands. You know what I'm saying? And I think a little boxing match, that would be dope. Put this shit to bed. But I know It's not gonna work out. If I had like 100, 200,000 subscribers, 300,000 subscribers, I know we can make it happen. Burberry 86 comment says you offered him 50K. What did he say when you offered him 50K? I'll send you a link. Make sure you put all those back in there. I offered Amazing Lucas 5K to run that fade, not to promote my channel, but the video is up. We're offering the money. Did he respond? Spurly Potato says once threatening man's kids, gloves are on. They should be off, but he don't want the gloves off smoke. He don't want the smoke, period. But just to make him feel comfortable and okay, and not feel like he'd be in danger. It could be a sanctioned fight. I wear, we can use 10-ounce gloves, we can use 8-ounce gloves. It don't matter. I won't use my feet and my knees and my elbow. I'll just use my hands, And he can train for however long he needs. I'll be training as well. I always do. I stay training. And however, 6 months, a year, whatever he needs. He can get the best trainer in the world if he wants, all that type of shit. I don't give a hot fuck. Buckney says none of that wrestle BS straight hand. Exactly. Danny Miller says Burberry 86. Common sense. Oh yeah, I remember that call you had with Lucas. Dude turned down the bet. He don't want that smoke. He's not a fighter. And if you're not a fighter, then why are you threatening people's kids? Why are you talking so much shit on a live stream? Why are you going off on people like you that dude? And you should be willing to back those words up with your hands. If you're gonna be talking all that shit to people, act like a tough guy, then why are you not accepting these arrangements? Jimmy Jr. say if you ever got into a boxing match with him, make sure constantly punch him in the mouth to make his lips bigger. Make sure they bring a long wig as well so he can look like a female when he lost. Yeah, I'll do that. If he goes to the gym, he'd call the police. I'm sure he would. I even called him, but instantly hangs up on me when mentioning fight definition of anarchy. Oh, you have? You mentioned me and he hung up. You mentioned fighting me and he hung up. That's funny. He don't want that with me. When he was doing this, while he was talking about this during his live stream, I was in the comment section talking mad shit, leaving comments talking shit. He did not respond not one time. I left the fucking super chat. I said, screw Matthew McConaughey, screw you and screw Donald Trump. Because he said, Donald Trump would agree with him. Donald Trump would agree with him. Like that's supposed to bolster his argument. Fuck Donald Trump, fuck Matthew McConaughey, and fuck you, dude. He did not respond. He did not even acknowledge that. Because I had to do it from my backup channel, which isn't blocked. And I left mad comments. I was talking mad shit. And some of his fangirls came after me. Burberry 86 says, I talked to him on his live stream. Started at 4K. He kept changing the amount until he finally hung up. The video is on my channel if you want to link. Yeah, that's what's up. I'll check it out. Y'all check out Burberry 86 channel as well. I'm not familiar with him, but I'll check him out. And I'll shoot you. I'll subscribe to you, man. January 21, he blocked me on everything. Yeah, it's funny. I remember he created a fake account to attack. He did? I didn't even know that. Oh, was it a Spider-Man on the account on the chat? I don't remember that, man. I feel like sometimes he comes in here and talks a little shit. Dark Nebula, what day were you on there commenting? I want to see. It was when he was doing this live stream. This is a clip from his live stream. It's a member-only thing. That's what's up. So I got to get ready to get out of here. But I just wanted to show y'all this. You know, Matthew McConaughey hooping and hollering about guns and shit. And I just want y'all to see. This is a man who tries to act all righteous. I know this is just acting, right? He's not really this type of dude. But he's out here holding one of these, showing and demonstrating and displaying the level of violence that a human being is capable of with the firearm while he's at the White House acting like, you know, just the existence of firearms is going to be a problem. When I would argue that if guns are a problem in society, and I know he tried to act like, oh, we need to come up with common sense laws and not step on people's Second Amendment rights. But then he goes into how he wants to step on people's Second Amendment rights. I just want to show y'all this real quick. I mean, it's a pretty dope clip. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I mean, this is the type of dude. Hopefully, I won't get fucking. I'm using the Fair Use Act because it's just a clip, right? And I'll have to cut in and talk a little bit so I won't get hit with a copyright strike. But let's see.
I hear you're getting out of the game, and I would like you to consider an offer.
Look, let me stop you right there so you don't waste any more of your precious breath, young man. This is not a discussion for the two of us.
Does this look like the dude that was that was on the White House stage with his glasses on and with his big spectacles on, acting sad and all that other shit? No, because he's an actor. He can change characters.
Unlike the salt and pepper, it's not on the table.
This is a big number.
Look at all these tough guys.
Cash.
I am not for sale. Even if I was, you're several zeros short. Now, you may be able to buy your man sausage for that, but to me, it just looks rude at breakfast.
Look at him. Look at it. Look how tough.
You're out of touch.
Look at Jax.
You're forgetting the laws of the jungle looking down on me.
Look at him. Does he look sad about what he's about to do? Does he look sad about what he's about to do? Does it look like he has an issue with gun violence? Or, yeah, what they call gun violence? We'll see. We'll see if he looks bad about it.
And when the silverback's got more silver than back, you best move on. Before he gets moved on. It's not dignified. It's beneath you, Michael. Trying to do you a favor. This is a big number.
Does he look at all? Because he was sniffling and not to say he don't care about the kids, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he doesn't have any modicum of soul or anything like that. I'm saying he is about to do something that he is trying to act like he has an issue with in the country for a movie that is going to be displayed and showed to millions and millions of people, and children are going to see this. You understand what I'm saying? So if you really were about that life, why are you sitting up here doing this? I'm just asking questions.
And this? Oh, this is a big gun.
Exactly, Jack Buck Nasty. Fake tears. Oh, look at that. Did he? No hesitation. No hesitation. Now it's a movie, right? It's a movie, but he picked up a pistol, fired on this dude, and then fired on the other dude in a movie. And if he was really broken up about gun violence, like these actors act like they are, then they would not be doing movies like this. He would stick to romance comedies, right? Like he did back in the day with old girl, and he was acting like a treasure hunter. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, that type of shit. When he was with Jennifer Lopez or whatever the fuck movie that was, he would be sticking to that. He wouldn't be doing movies like this. This is after his speech about some other tragedy that happened, right?
Eyes not so dry now, are they? Hurts, does it?
Look at that.
You looking for your balls or a hole in the wall?
Look at that. Look how confidently he's holding that pistol.
Because you're not going out the way you came in, you deluded duck-eating talking to me about the laws of the jungle. What was it?
Damn it.
Something about being beneath me, silver on back?
Look at that. No problem. Mr. McConaughey. Broken up about gun violence. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he shouldn't be able to do this. Go ahead and make your movies where you're holding pistols and shooting people. But don't come to me acting like you're better than me because I feel like gun control laws in any form of fashion aren't going to do anything to prevent future mass situations, because they're not. Don't come to me on your high horse acting all righteous, acting like you better than me, because I won't agree with you on any level of gun control, in spite of children dying in a situation, because that is not what's going to stop it. Don't try to come at me and hit me with that pathos, that emotional shit, trying to get me to give up some shit. No. After you do this.
There's only one rule in this f***ing jungle. When the lion's hungry, he eats.
No problem. No problem. No problem with gun violence when you're making your millions of dollars. But you get invited to the White House, you get to talk your shit. Now you look like the big hero man when you played a bad guy initiating gun violence on another man on a movie, which I said I have no problem with. But don't act like you better than me, my friend. And with that, I'm going to leave y'all. Much love to y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, and hopefully one day, if I get big enough, on this YouTube streets, I'd have to create a completely different channel for that. This channel is fucking dead. But maybe one day me and the clown shoe Lucas can get it on. You know what I mean? Get it on in the ring. Pause with the gloves and all that shit. Anyway, let's keep marching forward toward freedom.